I told the current CEO at the time that I would be the reason he would retire. I told him by the time I'm 30, I want to own this business or I want to own my own company. He told me by the time I'm 60, I would like to retire. And I said, well, when are you turning 60? He said, well, when are you turning 30? And it just happened to be the same year. My name's Kate Fishel, CEO and owner of Fauxcades in Dallas. Originally, I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we had a very competitive household. And I think that was definitely driven by my parents. My mom comes from a military family, so everything was strict and on time and on schedule. My dad is a financial advisor, so all of us, to earn our allowance, we had to schedule meetings with him. And that started as young as first, second, third grade. And we had to bring forecasting for what chores we wanted to do for what our allowance would be that coming month. I think the age of 8 or 9, I started a business designing clothing, and I sold them to my neighbors and my friends, and I think that's when I first realized, oh, I can do creative stuff and also make money doing that. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in college, and then randomly we were on a flight on a family vacation, and I was watching the TV, and it was one of those wedding shows. I was literally screaming at the screen going, stop, why is that there? Put this here, someone come in, what is going on over here? Get this thing organized. That's when everything kind of connected for me, of realizing I can still do the creative, but this is a business. That was 3 weeks out from graduation from college. So I decided I was gonna just change everything. I was gonna be an event planner. The Dallas Convention and Visitors Bureau, the CVB, was looking for interns to help with a big conference that was coming in. And within the first hour, we were setting up our first event. I thought, okay, we gotta get this done. If floral's coming, we gotta make sure linen's down before that. So I kind of just already went into that mode on that first day. And I think that was such good confirmation for me that this is what I needed to be doing. I probably literally had $50 in my bank account coming to Dallas, so I needed a job immediately. There was a DMC, which is Destination Management Company, Outstanding Productions, and I ended up starting as their sales coordinator. Their sister company was Fauxcades. We were always the man behind the curtain, and everybody needed to know who we were. So that's when I went to the owner and said, I feel like I can come on, start our sales department, and grow this thing. I was 24 years old. And I remember I went out and I spent every penny I had on my first suit, and I kind of laid out the divisions of Fauxcades as how I saw it and what it could be. And I remember printing out every single different client that we weren't working with. I slammed it down on the table and I said, that's all the business you're missing out on. Coming in at such a young age, I think I just needed to prove it. And I knew that. And I told them, if they would just give me the chance, I would. I would put together the marketing stuff, I would sell it, I would do all my own coordinating, and then I would work the events as well. So those were pretty grueling years. 7 years ago now, I became a partner. So that's when I was 30. And then 5 years ago, Greg Hooper, who was one of the original founders of Fauxcades, the two of us took over the whole thing. I think I'm definitely a perfectionist, and I take that as a big compliment. It's a huge responsibility to want to make anyone's event perfect. Those are those moments in your life that when you look back on your life and you flash all of those, most of them are events. For us to be a part of that is why I do this. You know, I think that's why all of us do this. So when Fauxcades was founded back in 2004, it was about 1,500 square feet. We're currently in 65,000 square feet. At that time, there were about a handful of events that were produced every year. On average, we typically do about 2,000 events a year. So the growth has been huge. We have our own studios for carpentry, paint, welding, sign shop, graphic design, sculpture, as well as tens of thousands of rental items for anything you would need for an event, from the bars, the furniture, backdrops, entrances, any and everything you can think of. So once we load in, everyone's gonna come in from the south side. It's an incredible team that works together to literally take it from concept to creation. So 2020 was obviously a crazy year for the world, but for events specifically, it was a death sentence for a lot of people's companies. I remember when the NBA canceled all their games, and within 48 hours, every single event on the books canceled. Fortunately, my brilliant sales director came up with the idea, why don't we build standing sanitation stations? By March, we'd already sold over $1 million in sanitation stations, and we're shipping them all over the country. Again, as a daughter of a financial advisor, diversifying your portfolio is, 101. So we had a unique opportunity with some of our big event clients who own large venues asking us to do some renovation and interior design work. That became so successful, we've made it an entire division. If you asked me what is one thing that you would want to inspire others by or share with others, it would be to find something you're passionate about. I don't know what all is going to be next, but I think that's what's exciting about it too. And I know whatever comes and whatever is next, Facades will be the first one there, and we're going to be great at it.